Hey guys, Rodder or Taylor here, and today I'm finally back with another survival gaming video. And in this one, we're taking another look at the game from Rocketworks called Survive Icarus. Now, the past few weeks, they've been posting a few more screenshots, a few GIFs, and now we've just had a brand new video go up on their channel, kind of like a mini documentary type video about the lore or the story behind Icarus, and as well as that, a PC Gamer article with some information from a play session they had of the game. So without further ado, if you enjoy survival gaming videos, make sure to keep it locked on this channel by subscribing and having that bell notification active so you never miss another video. And now let's jump straight into it. So this video isn't going to be the longest of videos. I just want to go over some of the game mechanics that were explained in this article and how Survive Icarus is going to play out, because I have created a video on what the game is with what was back then a rough idea of how the game was going to play out. But like I said, in this article, we got some more solid ideas on how it's going to work. So yeah, let's jump straight into it and let's talk about the planet Icarus. So a slight bit of backstory here. Icarus is 30 million miles from Earth, and it was due to be another habitable planet, or like paradise for human life, but it didn't quite work out. Once they started drilling or terraforming, it failed due to the reaction of what is going to be the currency. Yeah, I guess the currency within the game. It failed due to the reaction of something called exotic resources hidden on the planet, and this was actually extremely toxic to the human race. So the goal is, and this is how you'll play the game, you'll land on the planet Icarus, you'll mine these exotic materials, you take them back to your dropship or your aircraft, and that's where they're worth something. You can then, trade them in for things, and they're worth an awful lot on Earth as well. So yeah, in short, land on Icarus, you farm that material, you take it back to your station, you then get better gear, better equipment, rinse and repeat. That's going to be the gameplay loop for this game. But it's not quite as easy as landing on Icarus and doing just that. There's going to be an awful lot in your way for you to fend through. We're talking massive storms, things as well like massive lightning storms, massive monsoons, and I'm sure a lot more. Animals that inhabit the planet, and as well as that, the severe lack of oxygen. So yeah, in that gameplay loop, I briefly touched on the progression. Pretty much it is every time you go down into Icarus, if you make it back, you're going to be progressing a little bit, because you'll be able to take that material back to the ship, unlock higher crafting recipes, and unlock that better gear to then make your life a small bit easier when you land, or take your next prospecting mission. But as well as just going down and mining materials, you're going to be given faction missions to do as well, and these can range from all sorts. Could be like building a bridge over a certain valley, making an easier route down to some other terrain that was beforehand extremely hard to navigate to. So it is going to spice up every time you do jump down to Icarus. But also, speaking about jumping back down to Icarus, it is a session-based game, and these sessions can range a huge variety of time. In this article, it says from like a couple of hours to weeks, so you never really know how long you're going to get. And with that happening, you'll never actually be able to sort of revisit your base. So if you do go down, make a quick shelter, once your time is up, you're going to have to come back to the ship, and you won't be revisiting that shelter. Although you will be revisiting the planet, there is a handcrafted planet with some procedural elements, like certain caves being locked off or new caves appearing. And that's the one worry I had about this game, is because a lot of survival players like to build their base of operations, let's say, or their hub where they can store some gear, go and get it. But your space station is pretty much going to be that hub. And of course, like I previously mentioned, if you miss out your get out time, then you've lost all of the progression within that session. There is going to be some form of level progression in this, and it ties very closely within crafting. And I'm going to reference the PC Gamer article. There is going to be a link to this down in the description, so I definitely recommend checking that out for a more deep dive and a deeper read into the session they had on it. So while the session-based aspect of Icarus feels pretty novel to me, the crafting system is more traditional. As you play, you gain XP, as well as earning the shared XP for your teammates. This is a very nice touch. And these characters' levels give you access to higher tiers of crafting recipes, unlockable by spending points. At higher levels on the tech tree, I can see advanced armor, camouflage, fishing gear, recipes for cooking, and weapons like rifles and shotguns. There's also electronics, furnaces, fabricators, and material processors, concrete building pieces, and items like binoculars and fire extinguishers. So there seems like an awful lot going on behind the scenes of the game. There's going to be a lot for you to unlock, a lot for you to chase. And if you know me, you know I love a skill tree. It sounds like there's going to be some form of tree there. Yes, not just ones you cut down. I can't believe I said that. But yeah, this game does sound interesting. It's, you know, it's not going to be your typical survival game where you're dropped into a world and that's what you survive off of. That's going to be, you know, a lot of back and forth. There's going to be times where you get very close to rage quitting after losing the progress. But remember, in your space station, if you do have stuff stored there from previous expeditions, you're going to be able to grab that. You're going to be able to go back down. You're going to be able to have another whack at it. One more thing, in this article, they mentioned the world is 8 by 8. That's going to be a picture on your screen, so you can sort of compare that and see how big that world is in comparison to some of your other favorite games. It's definitely not the smallest world, it's definitely not the biggest world, but it's going to be something we're going to have a lot of fun exploring. And going back to the article, they say this game is absolutely beautiful to look at. We've seen some of the screenshots, some of the gameplay, it does look stunning. I certainly can't wait to jump in. I guess literally jump in, that's what you do in this game. But guys, that's going to be it for this video. Like I said, make sure you visit the links down in the description. And there is going to be a new gameplay stream coming up very soon. It's going to be the 8th of April over on the Rocketworks Twitch channel, which there'll also be a link to in the description. Guys, if you enjoyed this video, let me know by leaving a comment. Let me know if you're excited for Icarus, and let me know if you want to team up. But as always, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you have the bell notification active, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye.